Hi everyone, it's Tremia, and I know I haven't got any videos posted. Look at my hair. Oh well, at least I still have it momentarily. Today's March the 2nd. I do have vlogs from the hospitalization for the first chemo, and it's just taken a lot of work to get those done, and so I'll get those out there so you can see what everything's like, but just give me a little bit of time. But I wanted to let you guys know how I'm doing, and I'm going to explain a few things, so you'll double hear them when you actually see the actual vlogs from those days. But I thought I'd just let you guys know how everything's going. I really don't feel well at all. The chemotherapy, my hair is already so tender, in which I didn't think it would be so quickly. But like just barely running my hands through my hair, it hurts. The chemotherapy, I did Cytoxin, which is what I normally do at home, and it ended up being 6 times the amount that I do at home, which doesn't feel well at all. It didn't feel well at home, let alone being 6 times the amount. And they do it based upon your body weight and your height, so being so swollen up from prednisone was not on my side. When we first got into the hospital, they started running saline or sodium chloride, flushing me full of fluids, and also Mesna, which is a drug that coats my kidneys and my bladder, because cyclophosphamide or Cytoxin can cause hemorrhagic bleeding from the kidneys and the bladder. So they do that to protect it, and that has to run for 24 hours. So that's why you go inpatient for this chemotherapy, is because you have to be there for a minimum of 24 hours to make sure that medicine does what it's supposed to do. You'll see on my vlog from yesterday definitely how swollen up I was. My eyes were so swollen you couldn't tell if I had them opened or closed. Also during that time in the hospital, I was getting 40 milligrams of Lasix every 6 hours. So constantly up and down to the bathroom, and you don't get to rest thoroughly. They gave me an option of getting a catheter, and I said no, let me try. And since I'm such a high risk at falling, they were pushing me to get the catheter, but I didn't want to, at least not this time around. When I do go inpatient for the 7 days of chemotherapy and the transplant, they said they're pretty sure that I'll be catheterized and all that, so yay. Not looking forward to that, but it'll just be a minute of pain and then it'll be all done. The Cytoxin, the bag ran, I think it took between 2 and 3 hours was all. The Zofran they gave me a horrible headache, which I still kind of have hanging on. And it's just, the hospital food was horrible, and that's just not me saying it. Vanessa said it was really horrible, and I thought maybe it was because I was just so sick, but she said no, it was horrible. So I don't know what we're going to do when we're in there for 3 weeks, because it was awful. My nursing staff was full of characters, and but they did take good care of me. And the hospital room, it was a hospital room. It was on the nicer side. It had it really did have a 42-inch flat screen TV, which is surprising, but we didn't even really turn it on because I couldn't tolerate any sound or anything like that. I just needed peace and quiet and darkness, and that's what I had. We were glad to get home last night. Even though we're only a few blocks from the hospital, we did go ahead and take a taxi home. And so here I am. Today I did sleep. I rested well today. The nausea just keeps on coming and going. The swelling is better, and you can definitely see my eyes. I'm surprised that my hair actually hurts, and is so tender. But then again, the amount of chemo I was getting, I guess it could happen. I'm ready for Dwayne to be here, ready to see Sheldon and Buddy. Miss my parents, miss everybody. Some of this is harder than I thought, some of it's easier. Already almost 3 weeks down, and it doesn't seem like it's really been that long in one way, but in another way it seems like it's been longer. Just everything just kind of goes back and forth. Trying to think of what else to explain. I did get out what it says, because what I went in for was the first round of my stem cell mobilization, so I'll read that to you guys. Mobilization is a 10-day process that consists of mobilizing the stem cells from the bone marrow into the bloodstream. So your stem cells, they're packed away into your bone marrow. You'll be admitted overnight to the hospital to receive the chemotherapy. It'll consist of Cytoxin and intravenous hydration to flush the chemotherapy out of your body. Acute side effects from this is fatigue, anorexia, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. There'll be anti-nausea and anti-diarrhea medications available during your hospitalization as well as during your discharge. Oh gosh, I just really got sick. Side effects from the chemotherapy can occur up to several weeks following its administration. After 24 hours of hydration, you'll be discharged. And then it's important to do the following after discharge. Continue to drink fluids to flush the chemo out of your body. I have to take my temperature 2 times a day. And if it goes to 100.4, I have to go back to the hospital and be admitted for IV antibiotics. And it's been running around 98, so I'm doing good. My immune system will drop approximately 7 days after chemotherapy. I need to prevent nausea instead of letting it take hold, so prevent it at the first sign. And I start the Neupogen injections 5 days after chemotherapies. So Friday I start the Neupogen injections. And this is to stimulate stem cells to move out of the bone marrow into the bloodstream. I have to give them to myself every morning at 7 a.m. And I got to prevent infections. On the same day I start Neupogen, I have to start taking Cipro and Diflucan for, Diflucan's the antifungal to prevent infection, and then Cipro's also, antibiotic. And I'll continue to take those until my stem cell collection is complete. And I have to avoid large crowds and individuals who are ill. Oh, crud. I have to avoid large crowds. Bon Jovi's going to be here March 8th and 9th. And Dwayne and I just talked, and we decided that hopefully I'll feel well enough and we can go see Bon Jovi, because that would bring my spirits up and help me out. But right there it says avoid large crowds. Maybe he can come visit me. I'll take that. A girl can dream. But if any of you know Bon Jovi, hook me up. I'm in the Seneca Hotel, room 323. And my husband will be here, so it'll be, you know, a nice visit. Nothing wrong. And I have to get lab draws. Starting Friday, I start getting my lab, and I have to get it every other day. And I just thought about it, because I'm supposed to go back and forth to the doctor's office over there and get them done. But I think I'm going to ask for home health care, because since I'm in a wheelchair and we're walking the distance, that home health care comes here. I think it'll just be better for my health. Yeah, right here it says I may be eligible for home health care. If I read what it said, I might be able to do this right. So tomorrow I will call Dr. Burt's office and ask for that. It says what to expect from the mobilization. Alopecia, which is the loss of my hair, the fatigue, nausea, diarrhea. So I don't know what I'm going to do about my hair, because I've been thinking about that. Because, you know, I was going to have Vanessa do it, and I don't know. I talked to Dwayne last night, and he said if it starts coming out by then, go ahead and let her do it. But if it's still hanging on, just hold on, and when it starts happening, he'll do it. So I think that's what I will do. I just hate putting Dwayne through that. And he's pretty much exhausted, because he's at home working double hours so he can get more time off, or get time off to be up here. And Sheldon said that Dwayne's really, really exhausted. And for Sheldon to say that, it means Dwayne's really, really exhausted. Well, I caught you up pretty much up to date. I'll be putting those other vlogs out when I get them made up, so you guys can see everything that's going on. But right now, watching TV and stuff is just too hard. It makes me literally sick. And, you know, so watching and trying to edit videos isn't agreeing with my body. But on my computer, I just do it and say take it to YouTube, and it's done and over with. And I don't have to look at anything. So thank you guys for all your well wishes, all your hugs, and all your kisses. I was a poet and I didn't know it. Oh Lord. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.